They can't stop the day we dissect the news. Flipping on the edge, choices to choose. Politics and laughter, a blend that's so real. Shooting for the stories that make you feel. With guests from every angle, let's bridge the divide. Finding the truth in the humor we can't hide. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh what a blend. Join you on the journey, let's set the trend.
Well, my friend, we're back. We're back for another episode.
How's it going?
It's good to see you.
You as well. It's been a while. We've both already kind of indicated just how busy we are. I would like to touch upon very briefly. I think that's going to be a really nice little segue for us to talk about a multitude of different things, but talk about sleep or the lack thereof.
That's definitely going to be one of our topics tonight, man.
Yeah.
Sleep. But then you were just edifying me about all kinds of stuff, about your dad and his history in Bosnia and everything. I want to hear all about this, but because I've been getting into just some history of the area I did not know about. And the way I got into it was through this guy, Yuval Noah Harari's book, Nexus.
Yeah.
And my God, he tracks the cruelty of Stalin and how Stalin used information to just weaponize the state into a totalitarian
regime.
It was an information tyranny.
Correct.
And I never heard it put quite that way. And so it's really opened my eyes to. I had never even heard of the concept of like the kulaks and that concept. And I'm like, what is that? You know, as a Western, as American, you're like, what is a kulak? What are you talking about? But it was this group of people that Stalin basically just demonized and made his Jews, the way the Nazis made the Jews. This was his group of
undesirables, subhuman individuals, which is interesting. Shocking. When you really kind of consider any totalitarian regime across the board. Isn't it fascinating that every single time there's always a division of the population, that entire concept in terms of divide and conquer, and how you have to dehumanize an entire group in order to basically truly form these fractured subgroups within a society. And the fascinating thing is, I was following the Artemis II launch, and I followed it with great interest, just because it's so adorable and so rudimentary to think about. We have to like burn things to get into space. Meanwhile, we may or may not have UAPs just flying around as interdimensional, and it's like maybe we ought to just look into that tech. Why are we burning stuff to get into space? It always comes
back to the aliens, doesn't it?
What?
Brother?
No,
Look.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It was aliens, of course. Not illegal aliens, but the extraterrestrial aliens, or ancient aliens. Is that the latest one?
No. Listen, we don't know. We don't know. These are just questions. We're just asking questions. Right. And that's all we're doing.
Just asking questions. Oh God.
Hey,
that's funny.
That's all I'm saying. But anyway, going back, just not really doing a full circle thing. But the reason why I'm bringing up Artemis II is, did you hear one of the pilots talk about how humbling it was? Did you hear what he said about being 200,000 miles away from?
So they're the first. Home? Yeah, they are officially the furthest. They've gone the furthest that any human has ever traveled from the Earth.
Correct.
Which is astonishing. What was it, 220?
Yeah, it was
million miles.
No, it was 220,000.
Is that 1,000 miles?
200,000.
I might be going too far.
Yeah.
But million might be like Mars or something.
I was going to say, at that particular point where it's interplanetary travel.
Yeah, the moon's closer than that, right?
Yeah, it is.
But
it's like right there. It's just around the corner. If you just go straight and take a left.
I just find it so amazing that Artemis II is like one of these things that's. It just shows that even when we sometimes hit our lowest points, like right now politically, right, we're in our country in America.
What?
Our politics?
We are?
Politics has just bottomed out.
Wait a second. We are at the lowest point? What? That's news to
in
me.
many years, I would say
No,
that
you don't say.
Oh, I do say. So
Do not. What?
I just when you look at like voter engagement and a whole series of statistics on Pew, and then you just talk with anybody, and you're like,
Listen,
what
Pew
is happening?
Pew is ooh.
Pew's ew, really? Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being facetious.
Oh, being facetious.
Yeah.
The world's foremost statistical collection agency is, and that's information.
Oh, I thought that was Facebook.
Now known as Meta.
Oh, is that what that is? See,
Ugh.
I'm learning so much.
They should just call themselves Beta. That's what they're
you are you.
Zuck the cuck.
Did
I'm
I?
sorry, I just couldn't.
I was about to say,
throwing shade.
Did you just like wake up on the wrong side, wrong side of social media or something?
I hate it. I tell you what, I am in agreement completely with a lot of the guys I've follow. That one of the greatest things that I've done is to minimize, if not, I haven't done it yet, but to minimize my contact with just Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's harder for me with YouTube because I'm addicted to the history stuff, like Kings and Generals, and there's a bunch of YouTube
Have you
channels.
checked out Professor Royce Casagrande?
I did, but I did a while back.
Oh my God!
Yes,
You
yeah.
need to
The
go
ones
back.
that I've been doing lately are some of the anthropological YouTubers. There's a lady that I'm listening to, Dr. Oh, what's her name? Nicole. Oh, I'll put a link in the description. She gave an incredible talk about the anthropological viewpoint of the manosphere, and I was like, oh my God, this explains to me what is happening right now with identity in young men. But anyway, so for those of you who are watching us right now,
Yes, thank you so much.
and-
Like and subscribe.
and it's not bad.
So almost 40,000 people like just clicked by accident. They're like, "Oh no,
accident.
what have I done?"
No,
Please
got
click
in,
away.
and they listen to you and me schmooze and sit on a couch. We're not just two incredibly handsome guys on a couch, right? We're with dogs occasionally. No, we're actually we're the intersection of intelligence and humor, and the intersection of looking at society and
Being part of it.
being part of it, and not.
Well, I don't know about the
and-
handsome part though.
and not trying to sell something, upsell an MLM product. Ugh.
Well, actually, to be fair, as far as the funny part is concerned, I would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
The only difference is there is like funny looking, maybe, but
Funny looking,
but I don't know about
like
funny.
Joe Pesci. What do you mean, funny looking? No, yeah.
Speaking of which, Joe Pesci. See, this is the one thing I love about ADHD.
Maybe that's what we should call it, the Prime ADHD Directive.
Because don't you love how we actually went from totalitarian
Mhm.
government to Artemis
To
II
sleep, to everything.
sorry. Oh my goodness! I see. This is what happened. Huh, what squirrel?
Admar, I gotta keep you grounded here.
Oh no, I'm grounded. All right.
Grounded in
Yeah.
life. In life itself.
No, I'm totally grounded. Unlike Artemis II.
Yeah.
Not now they are grounded too. But all I'm saying is, it was just fascinating to go back to Artemis II. But before I do, I have to say, Joe Pesci, what an underrated actor in terms of, and I want to be just very clear about this. Not underrated actor in terms of being very typecast for the type of roles that he was really always being put into.
Yeah.
Always kind of because a lot of the movies were kind of revolving around
Mafia.
either mafia
Yeah,
or
yeah.
some level of basically crime dramas.
Crime.
But like the spectrum
Yep.
at which he could operate, real drama
Yeah.
or comedy, action, he was so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, he would walk into a room, and he would just command the room with
What's
his
your favorite
presence.
Pesci movie? What is it? Goodfellas? Is it Casino? Those are the ones that come to mind for me.
Home Alone.
No.
Home Alone.
Where he was? Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm sorry, Home Alone.
Home Alone 2.
Actually,
Electric Boogaloo.
hey, Home Alone 2, Home Alone 3. should not be rated. There should be like a pre, Macaulay Culkin movie set, and then post, because the first and the second movie truly exceptional. The music alone, I will say this. There is you cannot have a Christmas without Home Alone 1 and 2.
Right.
I'm sorry, John Williams, Carol the Bells. I remember listening to Carol the Bells by John Williams, and it is the best rendition of I know ADHD. It is the best. I know you were not going to say it, so I was just going to go out and say it. But it is the best rendition of that song ever made.
This is the ADHD episode.
Is it, you know what we should totally call it that? It's the ADHD episode.
This is the
listen,
ADHD episode.
Listen. That it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right.
Did I mention exercise? No, don't. Did I mention
Well,
this teddy bear back here?
I've been doing planks recently, and they're not as difficult as people make them out to be.
See, now we're off on exercise. Oh my god.
But anyway, so Joe Pesci, favorite. What about you? What's your favorite Joe Pesci?
I liked him when he with my cousin Vinny. He was the attorney in there, and the two Utes.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry, the what? The two Utes. The two Utes were seen going into the. He goes, the youths. Youths.
Okay, that's like. I'm sorry. Are you mocking me with that?
No, very funny, very funny. I agree. Good actor. He's still alive, right? He's not passed.
Last I recall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, because there's been a whole slew of people passing.
By the way, can I just speaking of that again, not to divert.
Yeah.
From
not to
from
be
the
too
original.
ADHD.
Not too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
It's been kind of unfortunate to to have seen
to see all the memes that are now having him like kick people in the face. Everybody from I've been catching these memes where I'm like, what? Like he's kicking random people in the head, and you're like, what?
That to me, it was just
not
like
E.T.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's just
like, what?
It's that I don't know if that was really strictly necessary, but I will say, I kind of it's interesting to me because I grew up in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
I do understand.
The
Lone Wolf McQuade.
Ah, thank you.
Lone Wolf McQuade.
That movie. Do you know what I always wanted to do when I? Well, actually, to be fair, okay, we're gonna stray away, because I will say, you mentioned my dad. So my dad, like to this very day, he'll say things like, I wonder, where does your level of interest in animals really come from? He'll ask me that question. Because he's genuinely interested, being like he's trying to kind of, and I'm just like sitting there going, am I talking to the same person in terms of, I was. Like, no joke. Here I am, being seated in front of a TV to watch. Do you remember Grizzly Adams?
I remember Grizzly Adams.
Thank you. For anybody who's sitting watching this, going, "What is he talking about?" Grizzly Adams. Basically one of the most amazing, I think wholesome,
a guy who's
coolest
a pet bear.
Yes, the dude has a pet bear.
Yeah.
When I was watching that, guess what I wanted? I wanted a pet bear. Okay, I wanted a pet bear.
And not just any bear, but a brown bear, a grizzly.
A grizzly, yes.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, and then of course all of the other animals that he interacted with on the TV show, whether it was a puma, whether it was a wolf, whether it was, a fox, a raccoon,
Squirrels,
you name it, anything.
Yeah.
And then of course, my dad has the audacity to show me White Fang. The theatrical Disney version, which, by the way, starring Ethan Hawke, another great actor. May I just point out Ethan Hawke? What's your favorite Ethan Hawke movie?
Oh man, that's tough.
There's so many. Again, versatile actor.
That's a tough one. Was he the one that was in Trainspotting? Was that him? Was he in Trainspotting? I forget if he was in that one. God, that one was intense. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do not watch Trainspotting. Yikes. It's a descent down into the pits of hell from heroin addiction. Yeah.
I was going to say, don't do yourself a favor if you like horror flicks.
What are some of the other ones he's been? I'd have to look it up.
Well,
because-
he was in Lord of War with Nick Cage,
Okay.
which,
Yeah,
by
I
the
remember
way,
that one.
great, another great movie.
He was the bad guy in that one, right? He was
No.
was he the bad guy?
Well, Nick Cage is the bad guy.
Nicolas Cage is the bad guy.
And Ethan Hawke plays a
He's
federal
the,
agent, FBI agent, or something like
trying
that.
to track him down. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And
Isn't that true? I've started seeing so many movies. I can't. It's tough to even remember some of them now. They're starting to blur.
see, I'm such a fan of movies.
Oh,
like,
man.
I sometimes have a hard time trying to remember specific titles.
And I can see why you're not getting enough sleep.
Oh, it's not because of
you're
movies.
up
I
on
wish.
Netflix and
No.
Amazon Prime.
No.
And Disney Plus and
Well, no,
Yeah.
not anymore. But I will say it's interesting because what was the movie that Ethan Hawke was in? The horror flick.
Is it vampire?
No.
Werewolf.
It's far
He's a
worse.
demon.
It's one of the better horror flicks in the last 10 years,
Okay.
15 years, something like that.
Right.
But yeah, totally worthwhile. Again, see, this is the thing. It's like sometimes it can.
When we find out what it is, we'll put a link in there.
Totally. And having said that, Ethan Hawke, White Fang, he plays,
Right. Yeah,
he plays a character that befriends a wolf,
Mhm.
basically. So what did I want to do? I wanted to pet wolf.
Sure.
So, and then my dad has the audacity. It's like, oh, I wonder where your, interest in animals come from. I was like, you set me
Yeah.
down when I was a kid in front of these films, and
Yeah.
it's like that's why I love.
I think that there are a variety of studies out there that show that people that care about animals have empathy. They typically score higher on EQ and IQ, and you
have to interact with a different species that can't really verbally communicate
you're
with
more
you, so you
aware.
have to pay attention to those nonverbal
I just
cues.
saw something about AI working with whales, and they're starting
Trying to decipher
decode
languages?
the languages, and
Mhm.
it's beginning to build their vocabulary, and which means that if they have a language, then they're clearly sentient, and if they're sentient.
Well, of course they have a language. I mean, look at orcas.
Right. I mean, of course. So it's clear to me that whales should have some kind of basic
Rights?
rights. They're a creature that's the time has come for us to start realizing that we're not just the only species on this planet, right?
There are many different types of intelligence, and it's interesting how science, and this is the interesting thing about science too. Science sometimes is used to validate behaviors and basically prove, quote unquote, or disprove certain points in order to suit whoever is using science to create a narrative.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how we've always kind of like changed the goalposts in terms of, oh, well, intelligence is defined by, if you're able to use tools.
Sure.
And then we saw different animals literally using
tools
to.
So then we have to change it again, and then it's a
if we
society
have language.
organization of a family, and then wait, they do that too. And
Correct.
Then, wait a
Oh,
minute.
they have a
and then it's-
language.
And then it's
What?
having memory and history in your mind, and to be able to communicate. Oh, they do that.
Look at
too?
elephants.
Oh.
Elephants who will remember.
Pretty soon it'll just be like they must be able to exchange currency at a bank. It'd be some stupid bullshit like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be some, ethnocentric nonsense. About to make somebody feel better about eating their steak on their plate, and stuff. So it's been clear to me for a long time that particularly mammals, but a whole series of creatures having various types of intelligence, and this isn't woke bullshit. This is science. This is science. This is not, this isn't just some, I just happen to. Pet owners already know this already. They interact with their pets all the time. You're like, yeah, that creature is intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
You treat them like a child because that's kind of how you see them. They're like a little 3-year-old or something. That's where their little brain works and stuff, And so they shouldn't be just arbitrarily killed, because some jackass is an idiot or
Which,
something.
by the way, I do have to say, I am. I don't know if I mentioned this, and I know we've talked about this before. I am all in. Like, I am genuinely all in on cultured meats.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lisa and I eat these Beyond Burger things or whatever. I can't go back to burgers now because like a regular burger, I start getting like terrible indigestion. Because of all the crap they put in them.
Oh, okay.
And so we eat these Beyond Burgers that we get from.
So that would be
Costco.
like what they call like meat alternatives.
It's pea protein, I think, but
It's
then
pea protein,
then they've
got
got it with the flavorings and everything. I never have any digestive issues with it, I cover it in like some green chili, and it's better than a
green chili.
It is.
Look at you living in the
Colorado
Southwest.
boy.
I was
Colorado
like,
boy.
yeah.
It is. It's just it's better than regular stuff. I will cook a steak. It's not like I'm a vegan or something like that, but it's a treat. Like a steak is a treat. I feel better when I don't eat tons of meat, or if I stay with just high proteins like fish. Things like
By the way,
that,
here's
fish
an
and
interesting.
stuff, I'm better. It helps me sleep more, to circle all the way back to sleep, where we're kind of starting. But
I'm sorry, we were talking about sleep.
Yeah, no, and I think I should share with you that MD. I'll put it in the links for our viewers here too. But there's an MD young guy that was just talking about you can opt out of a lot of this stuff. It's an illusion to think that you can't opt out of what society is telling you to do.
Sure you can. You can opt out a lot of stuff. The problem is you will literally opt out of, just overall. Here's the interesting thing. In my goodness, now we're about to go into a whole different new direction. Talking about geopolitics and the economy.
The ADHD DDDD episode.
Yes. No comment. But I will say, in today's day and age, the vast majority in the new upcoming generations, if you ask them, what do you want to be? They want to
YouTuber or something. Or
yeah,
that's this.
I want to be on social media
influencer. And,
yeah.
And so it's not necessarily a. It's
look, everybody.
It's having its time right now.
Look, I do want to just point out that is not the most. That is not one of the we have no idea why we're here.
I know. We thought the whole idea behind this podcast, right, was we can see.
We wanted to just share our opinions and ask questions about stuff
and build a community
because we were.
And build a community.
I thought we were because we're bored.
Well, that too.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
but at the
community.
time,
Sorry, community.
At the time, I think we were really identifying with this idea of how are people getting isolated? How is this happening? How are people getting into loneliness? And
it was right.
And we wanted people to see it didn't have to be that way, and that you can connect with others that aren't trying to sell you bullshit products, that aren't trying to turn you into a sub. That you're right.
Don't forget to subscribe. But nobody's
smash that like button. But no, it could care less. But we just
it shows we could care less.
It shows.
It totally shows.
And
we're succeeding exceptionally well.
I love it. The authenticity is pure there. This is totally us.
That's just great.
It just wouldn't work any other way. Into like what Rogan used to be, like what he is now, and I just do you know what's really interesting?
Because
fakey.
The focus becomes growth.
It's like watching a WWE wrestling match that's just gotten old.
No, that's Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan is WWE.
It's
just stupid WWE.
It's nonsense.
Who's smacking down who on any given day?
It's complete and utter nonsense.
It's this elitism that's just like, man, it smells like arrogance.
Which is interesting because I feel like I would probably say I personally think I would get along really well. I got some British friends.
Don't get me wrong. It's very entertaining every now and then to see some of his stuff.
I would love to.
A lot of it right now. Once again, young guys. We were talking about this in our previous episode. Young guys right now. Just lost.
Well, right, but
and so
that's
they keep watching this kind of stuff, and it's like, no.
Yeah, but the thing
find authentic voices right here. Find authentic voices, and you know what? We're just people.
Not us. Just go find them. I don't know where what you lost.
Find
here.
Prime Directives. Any Prime Directives that are, but no, there are lots of places to find a community. I honestly don't care.
Find your own community.
49 or 49 million viewers. As long as it's authentic.
It's 42.
As long as it's
don't
real.
Oversell it.
As long as it's, no, seriously. There is a community out there, and I know there is,
I mean, ours?
They just want real banter. They just want real. They might be
Real
they might
nonsense.
be isolated, and I don't know. They may come across our channel. The algorithm. You have to defeat the algorithms. You have to subscribe to get us in your feed. But and so we're not going to always be recommended because it's not going to follow that kind of outrage click button stuff. Clickbait.
But here's the thing. Going back to you don't have to conform to society. The thing is, when it comes to the current socioeconomic structure, it is turned against the new upcoming generations.
But remember that I firmly believe that all signs are indicating we're in late stage capitalism.
Yes.
And because of that,
I know.
The paradigm is not these guys in the suits in the corporate offices that they're trying to push content out there. It's harder and harder and harder, like Sisyphus. They're pushing that rock up the hill. That's not the future of media consumption.
No, it's not. But the thing is, it's the present reality. And even though you may choose to actively not conform...
Can't you tell the reality is changing by the day? I mean, if you would have told me even like just politically where we're at in the country right now.
I'm sorry,
where we
you
were
mentioned
6
that for
months
the
ago.
second time. What's going on politically? I'm sorry. Is there something going on that I'm not aware of?
Well, I think since the Iran war, and I'll put war in quotation marks.
It's not a war. It's a military
action.
It is.
I think there's been quite a few people who have suddenly, they got the cold bucket of water on the head kind of a thing. And it was kind of like, you mean this has been a scam the whole time? There was kind of this. There needed to be like a gigantic trombone, like like you could see it collectively, like a whole group of.
By the way, I love how we bring music back into it because now we're in.
Let me just put it this way: a lot of my right-wing friends, buddies, guys I work with, suddenly were very grumpy. I noticed. Suddenly have some very harsh opinions about
the present state of mind.
Their dear leader, and suddenly it seemed to be like going, wait a minute, this was a long grift, the whole, and the rest of us are going, well, yeah, you couldn't see this 10 years ago?
Well, let's just say
you
this.
You couldn't see this? Going down a golden escalator? You couldn't see that? Okay, well all right.
Here's the one thing.
Listen. Forgiveness is one of those things that it has to be real. It has to be authentic. I know how stupid I can be. And even after years and years of studying, and I know how dumb I can be. It's the old Jesus teaching, right? Of take the log out of your own eye before the speck out of your brother's. Well, in this case, it's more like wipe the dirt out of your eye before you take the blinders off of your brother's. But other people, I can see how anger, isolation, tribalism, entertainment, a society
can converge.
Yeah, a society that is obsessed about celebrity, right? Is corrupt, like the Epstein files shows the level of corruption at the foundational levels of almost every aspect of who owns and runs things, and I understand. I understand the cynicism. But then the goal.
So basically, your question there is not you're just kind of like proposing the question of like who ultimately does make those decisions, right?
And it's the same cabal of people that kind of keep showing up again and again and again that make these decisions. The world's 2,500, depending on which statistic you're looking at, the 2,500 to 4,000 billionaires on the planet that basically decide what you're going to eat, how long you're going to sleep, who you. They're going to try to control everything from who you marry to what language you can study to, you name it. The attempts to control every aspect.
So you're wondering about all of those things all at once then?
Who spreads UFO conspiracies?
Yeah, there aren't any. It's,
who runs governments? Who profits off of the war machine?
There are no UFO conspiracies.
Who profits off of the war machine?
Nobody
who
does.
Profits off of Americans being sick? who, I mean, all of it. It's this cabal of the same names, right? The same. So all I gotta do is hop onto your Googles, hop onto your whatever platform, just type in, who owns most of the world. Just type that in. Who owns most of the world? And you'll see, like Oxfam has a study out that the top 8 wealthiest people in the world have more net.
So according
wealth.
to Oxfam is where you got your information from.
And that's dated. That's dated. So,
okay, but despite that, you're basically suggesting that
8
it is
individuals on planet Earth.
And by the way, what's Oxfam?
Oxfam is an Oxford research arm. It's out of Britain. They study,
by the way,
societies.
Didn't we just talk not so nicely about the British? Or was that just...
We did.
More
I love the Brits. One day I'd like to get a doctorate at Cambridge. That's a life dream. I'd like to
really?
Get a doctorate at Cambridge.
Not Oxford?
No, Cambridge is just... We visited there, and it got under my skin. The university there. Oxford has really truly been designed as the aristocratic place to originally study.
By the way,
Cambridge was the second, and so because it was the second, it was always tailored as a little bit more of outsider, but brilliant people coming out of there. Stephen Hawking, you name it. I mean, my God, that's right by Shakespeare's house, for God's sakes. But
did you actually go to Shakespeare's house?
We did. The Baird's house, and maybe the greatest writer in English.
To be there or not to be there, I bet was the question.
Cute. He's worth reading too. I still struggle with him all the time. And there's the theories about who he is, because there's some controversy if he was one person or a collection of people.
Because isn't that based also on styles and the actual handwriting being different and all that, right?
Yep.
Although, wasn't it also rumored that he was such a genius that he would actually alter his...
That could be another explanation, was that why there may have been multiple writers. Christopher Marlowe was theorized to possibly be an early Shakespeare, or at least a protege, and like his poetry. He was murdered at a young age. It's a very, very sad story.
Seriously?
But he was brilliant. He was murdered he may have been assassinated, but he was stabbed to death outside of a pub. Can you believe that? People that are that brilliant. Anyway,
speaking of pubs,
Oxfam does have that study out that shows that the top 8 people, of which Elon Musk is in there, Bezos, others, they constitute over 50% of the ownership of the Earth's resources.
According to that dated research that you...
And it's dated.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it's beyond 50%.
Prime Directive's calling, so let's pass a beer. To where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture.